This is the very first episode of Your Destructive Reviewer, and this is a 1996 Ibishu Pessima all-wheel drive V6. So a lot of you people out there are probably wondering if the Ibishu Pessima V6 all-wheel drive is as good as it sounds. Well, I'm here to help you decide if whether or not this is an actual good car you should buy.
And so off we went to test out the Ibishu Pessima.
Now, the Pessima V6 did in fact start with the LX trim, so that means that in the lower base trims you won't be able to option the Pessima with the V6 unfortunately. But if you do decide to upgrade to the LX and all-wheel drive, you'll get some interesting features such as a colorable interior, an automatic transmission, an Ibishu base branded radio with climate control, and automatic features such as mirrors, locks, and windows. And because this is the LX V6 trim, you also get a side-mounted V6 and some Pessima LX V6 branding on the back. So all in all, the Pessima all-wheel drive LX V6 seems to be a very well-optioned car, especially for its model year in 1996, where a lot of cars didn't even have this sort of features. To find out how sporty the Pessima is, we're gonna have to put this thing through a couple of sports car challenges that otherwise wouldn't be possible if this thing wasn't a sports car. To prove this, we've done a couple of tests to prove that this thing can in fact be an actual sports car. So the Pessima passes in being an actual sports car, but there's something else that you probably all are wondering, and that is, to truly test the abuse of the drivetrain used in this car, we have to go through a few tests to be sure that it's able to withstand what you might accidentally do in real life to this thing. So the drivetrain holds up surprisingly well even after these three tests, but you guys might be wondering something even more interesting than this.
The car can only be put up with so much of your idiocy, so it's good to find out if whether or not this car can do it or not.
Unfortunately no, the Pessima is not idiot-proof, but the only person who can stop it being idiot-proof is you idiot. But not everything is made to handle as much stress as this Pessima does, and so to be able to prove that, I'm gonna put this thing through a series of extreme tests to see if whether or not it can survive that. Well, she definitely blew up. That's a lot of smoke. Pretty sure she threw a rod directly through the block. Well, we're gonna have to tow it now. See if it can survive our next test after we get it towed. Jeez, I don't know if 2 explosions in one was actually a very good idea. She is destroyed. Oh my goodness. The battery is still connected. You can see the hazard lights going off. Man. Yep, I think she's done. Well, I hope this gave you a very thorough and informative review of the 1996 Ibishu Pessima Overdrive V6. Now, hopefully, you can buy one, even though they haven't made them for well over 20 years now.